Boosted it as well there. So, yeah, as much as I want you to stay with me for this one, if you do want to flick over to that one, you can do. Now, one thing I will say, I will apologise if you see any spikes on the stream. I don't really... my internet is playing up a little bit, specifically for iOS. I think it's the routing. So there is spikes every now and again, but hopefully it doesn't make that much of a difference. As NG are on the ball with Arshavin. He plays it back to Cbot. Hiei on the right wing now. Crosses it in. And the header's gone in already, and NG are 1-0 up. And this could be the title-winning game, and they are already ahead. And how's that gone in? I don't really understand how easily this has gone in. There's 4 players in the box, and Arshavin is the one to get on the end of it. I don't understand how that's been allowed to happen, but the quality of the cross, let's take nothing away from that. Puts it on a plate for any person in there. And yeah, this is, make no mistake about this. NG, when they want, they can win. They win when they want, basically. And they're 1-0 up already within the, that could be one of the fastest goals this season. I don't know what the actual fastest goal is. That'll be one to try and, for the stat people to have a look at. Mike on the ball now, plays the ball across. I think he was looking for Matt there, but there was too much on it. Loire on the right-hand side, plays it down the wing for Benzema. Benzema could play it across. He does. But Bullet's there! And Bullet equalises for NG. And straight away, now I ask the question, how have NG conceded that? Because it just looked too easy. Benzema on the left-hand side. He crosses it in. Bullet is there, and Rod is beaten in the air far too easily there. It didn't look like the greatest of crosses. Could Lux have came out? I think he's expecting his defence to help him out there. I don't really think you can blame Lux too much on that one. But game on, and you know what? Tempest players will be watching. I know Tempest players won't be watching it because they're also playing. But Tempest players will also be keeping an eye on this score. And I'm pretty sure somebody will be feeding that scoreline to them. Arshavin on the right-hand side puts it across. Mike's there, and Mike shoots. But it's not good enough. Straight at Kime. And NG were almost 2-1 up there straight away. Bullet now picks that ball up. He's forced to go back to Gio. Let's be honest, though. eWolves need to win, really, for Tempest to be given a favour. I think a draw could just not be good enough for Tempest. Gio to take the throw, throws it back to Scum. Scum goes long, and that might just make it out to Benzema. No, just a bit too much on that, but not too far away. Move your mouse. Do you know what? I've done it again. There we go, and spectator menu off. I always forget that. Matt now charges down the right wing for NG. Is he going to cross it early? No, he's going to go for a dribble. He tries to put it back, and the goalkeeper comes out. A draw would still be good enough, according to Chris. I did take a look at the league. I wasn't really sure. Mike now. Arshavin, then Aryan. Aryan straight back out to Arshavin. Arshavin turns back, but Loire is there, tracking back. Loire plays it down the right-hand side. There's too much on that. Lux will come out and claim it. Lux throws it to Rod. Rod. Back to Lux. NG trying to settle into a bit of a rhythm here. That will have shocked them a little bit, that eWolves were able to just quickly score back like that. Marega to Loire. Loire has gone for a ball across, but nobody was there. Cbot to Aryan. Aryan to Snowchild, which is Arshavin, of course. Cbot now in the centre circle. Back out to Arshavin. Arshavin runs at Gio. Gio whoops him, and Bullet will pick up that woof. But will he get past Rod? He's got far too many players ahead of him and behind him, but he's played a ball across, and Benzema is there, and do you know what? Lux was off his line there, and if Benzema was... I mean, I think Lux did get back quick enough there, but if Benzema was on side, maybe he could have tried a one over the top there. Did look interesting. Lux to Hie. I'm sure Scum will be licking his lips if he gets a chance, and Scum is off his line like that again. For certain. Arshavin has Marega in front of him. He's played it back to Matt. Matt to Rod. Rod to Seabot. Seabot to Hie. Hie. Now out to Rod. Rod. Rod has got... I thought he was past Bullet, but he's gone back. He plays it in. The header is away. Benzema picks that up. Benzema back to Kime. You just feel that eWolves are happy to keep this game scrappy for the time being. They don't want NG building up ahead of steam. Hie to Matt. Matt to Scum. Snowchild. Arshavin, of course. I'm not sure what he was trying. I think he was looking for Mike, but the... Yeah, you know, if somebody does have the other stream open as well, it would be fantastic if you could just feed that score in to the chat. Because if I open up another stream, my internet's going to crash probably. So I can't do it. 1-0 for TT there. There we go. Score update there from Chris and Alexander. Arshavin to Matt. Arian to Mike. Arian to Hie. Hie out to Arshavin. Arshavin crosses it in, and it was over Mike's head, but not by much. I could have done with getting a water. I'm going to have to run down at half-time and fill my water bottle because I'm getting dry mouth. Bullet down the line to Loire, who woofs that off Seabot, but then picks it back up. Loire looks for Benzema. He heads that down to Arian. Arian hit that straight away looking for Mike, but Mike was in an offside position. And there is a timeout now pending for eWolves. Now, what could that be about? Is somebody lagging? Yes, J-Dog's ping is a bit of a problem at the moment, as you can see. So hopefully that'll get sorted. Tempest 3-0. Bruno Fernandes penalty. Well, Bruno Fernandes getting a pen doesn't surprise me. That's one thing I will say. I think J-Dog could have a problem here because his ping just does not show any signs of going down. And if this is a problem, eWolves don't have any subs. They don't have Godrock available. They don't have Chucky available, but, you know, Chucky lags as well. Draghi says, fuck NG, even though he's an NG player. Interesting. The link for the other game is a little bit further up in the chat, but you might have missed it. I'm sure someone will share that for you. There you go. Chucky is entering the stadium, so it looks like eWolves have called upon Chucky to come and help them out here, but Chucky needs to hope his internet stays okay. It does seem like a lot of people are having problems at the moment with iOS, and I'm not sure what it is. I think people are saying it's the routing to the SimRay servers. I know myself, I've been having some issues lately myself, and I've been trying to work out whether it's just me or whether other people have been having it. I'm slowly coming to the realization that it's just my routing to SimRay servers. But I don't know how to fix that. I really don't. I'm just going to have to hope it sorts itself out. Change to BT. 5 ping. Well, maybe when I move out. I am planning to move out this year. Maybe I will get BT then. I've heard that BT is good lines for iOS. British Telecom. 2-0 in the Tempest game. Chris says he uses BT. It's so good. Yeah. It's more expensive, though. That's the problem. Like, I could get a really cheap EE broadband deal when I move out because I get discount. I get emergency services discount, even though I don't work for the emergency services. Don't tell anyone. But I don't know what EE broadband's like. It's probably shit. Maybe it's worth paying a little bit more for BT. No, it's not. I'll tell you the truth. It's not because I'm not an emergency service worker. I just qualify for the emergency services discount, even though what the job that I do isn't emergency services. So I'm not cheating the system. I don't want you to think I'm cheating that discount. So don't report me to the authorities for that. My job does qualify for that discount, so it's not illegal. Anyway, Mike. Arian now woofed by Scum, Seabot. Ben, look at eWolves' back line. Then they had every single player in a line, and don't expect that to be any differently as this game goes on. Hiei picks that up from the goalkeeper. Hiei puts that through, and that's a good through ball. But Chucky somehow took that away from Arshavin. That just looked like Arshavin should have been through on goal there. I don't understand how Chucky got that, but I mean, it was good defending. Rod throws it to Arian. Arian with the long ball to Marega, who tries to touch it down to Chucky. Chucky in a centre mid position here, which is not where you normally see him. Matt on the right wing. Chucky was in front on your screen. Well, he wasn't on mine, and you're watching my screen, so I don't know what you saw. Arshavin was through, and then Chucky just took it from the side of him. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. My eyesight is getting worse as years go by. Arshavin now out to Mike. Mike to cross it. He does. It's deep. Matt taps it back to Arian. Arian tried the first time at Arshavin. Now eWolves can get it clear. Luar puts it across to Benzema. He's so good at that type of ball, Luar. He's one of the best in the game at that, like, sweeping ball like that. Benzema puts it in. The header comes in, and it's a shot on target. Bullet heads it into Lux's hands. Arshavin now runs at Marega. Luar is back there helping out, but that's loose from the NG player. Scum finds Bullet. Bullet on the right-hand side. Bullet running at Rod. Rod takes that off his heels, though. Bullet has just overran that. Rod across to Hiei. Hiei to Matt. Matt back to Seabot. I'm showing my tabs. Where? I don't see tabs. It's just as well because I had meatspin.com open in the background. Marega finds Luar. Luar to Benzema. Don't go on that website, by the way. Benzema to cross it. He crosses it in. Bullet was there again, but Arian and Rod get it away. Snowchild back to Matt. Hiei goes down the right-hand side, crosses it in. It's a corner kick to NG. Hiei marauding up that right. Did work for the first goal. He puts the corner in. Scum heads away. Arian's on the edge. He shoots. It's blocked. eWolves have got plenty of bodies there to block that. Mike crosses it in. It's away. Loire picks it up. Loire is deep. He gets slid by Mike, but the slide falls to Benzema, who turns Seabot. Benzema plays it out to the right for Bullet. Bullet runs at Rod. Bullet runs down the right-hand side. Turns back. Crosses it in, but the cross was not good enough. Lux comes out and claims it. Arian. Battling with Scum for the ball, but then it's put out of play for an eWolves throw. We are close to half-time. It is 1-1. I think the other game, Tempest NT, I think they're playing, is 2-0 to Tempest. So as things stand, Tempest make a little bit of ground up on NG. But of course, that could be even better if eWolves were to steal this win in this game. 3-0 TT apparently now. Arshavin plays out to Matt. eWolves just need to get to half-time here. If they steal one before half-time here, NG, it's loose up in the air. Seabot is on the edge. Seabot has Geo there. Crosses it in, and that was a dangerous cross. Lux had pushed up there. But it's half-time. And NG, I think a lot of, myself included, I think a lot of people thought when NG got that early goal, it was a foregone conclusion. But you can never, ever write eWolves out of a game. And they showed it. They stole a goal back. And now they've just sat back, let NG play. And NG haven't really had any clear-cut chances. They've forced NG into crosses into the box. And eWolves have had the bodies back to defend. Yeah, it's pretty much been headers only from NG. And if you can keep them to do that, you've always got a chance. You stop the pass and play. But the problem is, they've got Arian, and Arian has got a huge head. He's got a massive head. And, like, eventually he's going to score a header. So you can't just keep letting them cross after cross into the box. Oh, I forgot to go and get water. I'm just going to have to do this. I'm going to have to power through. Arian in the centre circle. Back to Seabot. Seabot and Rod exchange a 1-2. Seabot. Oh, that's loose from Seabot to Chucky. And Chucky brings it forward now. He's tried to play out to the left for Benzema. Hiei cuts that out, though. And Hiei is really good at that. He's really good at reading passes. Not so much at making them, though. Sorry, Hiei. You know I love you. Loire at centre forward. It's played it too far forward, and Lux will come out of his area. That goalkeeper kit is very victorious VCRS colours. Very suspicious colours, them. Oh, Seabot is lagging. Seabot is lagging. Plays it back to Arian. Arian to Arshavin. Arshavin pushed off the ball by Chucky. And let's be honest, Arshavin's having a little bit of trouble with Chucky. Chucky's done his job so far. He might not be the best offensively, but you can rely on him to track back and defend. Matt pushes past Marega. Loire slides for the yellow card to stop that NG attack. Matt goes back to Hiei. Hiei down the line for Matt. Matt has Marega to beat. He's turned back. Puts it back. And my game's all tabbed. Okay, it's done it again. I don't know why it does that. It all tabbed just as he was putting the cross in. Loire to Benzema. Benzema tackled by Hiei. Good slide by Scum, but Arshavin picks that up. Arshavin into Arian. Chucky has pushed up too much, and now Arian finds Mata. He's one-on-one, and Kime comes out quickly, and we know he's one of the best at doing that. Matt was unable to get the shot away there, and you could see his frustration. 4-0 TT in the other game, so I think that one is pretty much over. Bullet into Benzema. Benzema has got 3 bodies in front of him. Bullet picks that up. Goes across, but Rod cuts it out. think eWolves are giving it away a little bit too easily here. They don't want NG to build up steam. Chucky has it now. Brings it forward. Chucky still has it. He needs to play it off. He does. Finds Benzema. Benzema to cross. He does. He crosses it in. Headed away by Aryan. Bullets on the edge. He shoots. It's loose. And it's a corner kick. Loire will take. Bullet, Benzema. Chucky there. 4 NG players in the box. It comes in and it's a good save from Lux. Benzema wins the header and Lux had to make a big save there to keep that one out. Benzema to Bullet. Oh, good turn by Bullet. He can cross it. He does. Hiei heads away. Matt picks up that loose ball and now NG can counter-attack. Matt finds Aryan. Arshavin. Out to the left for Mike. Mike with Gio ahead of him. He's going down the left-hand side of Gio. Turns back. Gio dispossesses Mike, though. That's a good tackle from Gio, but then they give it straight back away. Seabot. I think he's lagging again, Seabot. Slows it down, plays it to Rod. Rod to Mike. Gio is there, but Mike's got a little bit ahead of him. He crosses it in. It's loose. And did that come off an eWolves player? I don't know. Maybe my screen was wrong again there, but it looked like it came off an eWolves player. That's a great ball out to the right. Is Bullet onside? He is. Can he get past Rod? He turns back. Oh, and then he's overran it again. And Rod just takes it off him. Finds Aryan. Aryan out to the right for Arshavin. Marega is there. Loire is tracking back. Arshavin goes back, then goes out to the byline, crosses it in. It's headed away. Loire picks it up. He's past Matt and Aryan. Tries to play a ball through, but Seabot cuts that out quite easily. Rod on the ball now. Rod dispossessed by Bullet. Bullet goes back to Kime. Kime with the long ball, but that's straight to Rod. And that's exactly what eWolves didn't want. Oh, Shavin's there. He shoots and he scores. And it's the mistake from Kime. And it's a big mistake because NG have been able to go 2-1 up. And it's very, very poor goalkeeping because I don't understand. Kime will be disappointed here. Arshavin just uses the body in front of him. You can see Arshavin just uses Marega's body there to hide his shot. And Kime is beaten there. And it's a big mistake from Kime. It has to be said. A keeper of his quality, he can't be making mistakes like that because he might have cost his team a big result here. Because a draw in this result without Godrock there maybe is probably good for eWolves. And it was certainly good for Tempest. But I'm sure Tempest will be finding out that NG have took the lead in this game. Or maybe they've said they want to keep it a secret. Arshavin crosses it in. Chucky cuts that out. And I just don't think eWolves have got enough in attack to equalise in this game. Now, I think their best hope here was to force NG to keep attacking them. TTNT is over. The final score, 4-1. How was that game over already? Didn't he kick off at the same time? I guess there was a stoppage in this game. And I think it did kick off a little bit later. Yeah. Fair enough. Gio to take the throw. He throws it back to Scum. Scum goes long. Seabot heads that. Arshavin to Matt. Aryan. Aryan blocked by Loire. Gio slid and the ball is now with Aryan. Aryan to Mike. Mike has plenty of time to cross. He does. It's headed away. Loire picks that up. Loire did lag then, I think, but it was able to keep retention of the ball. Bullet to Gio. Gio to Kime. Kime long to Bullet. Bullet goes to the right-hand side of Rod. Aryan is there to stop him as well. Bullet to Chucky. Chucky loses it quite easily to Matt. Matt back to Seabot. And see, NG are just in no hurry now. They play balls back very often now. They're ahead. He crosses it in. It's headed away. Loire picks that back up. Loire. He's got 3 men there, all getting the ball off him, but he does well to win it back. Plays it looking for Bullet, but Rod heads that back towards Lux, who slows the play down. Looks to Hiei. Hiei has got loads of time and space on that right-hand side. He plays a ball down the line for Arshavin, but Scum. Oh, Scum's lost it. Arshavin goes back to the edge for Arian. Arian looked to run into that box and that gap, but he was woofed. But look at this now. Every time eWolves get past that halfway line, they're just smothered immediately by about 3 NG players. They can't build any steam ahead now. Rod goes on a run himself, shoots off the crossbar from Rod. And that would have been a good way for Rod to show he belongs in this NG side with a big goal there. Because that would have probably put the kibosh on this result. Matt to Seabot. Seabot to Arian. Arian. There's Chucky ahead of him and Gio. But he's played a good ball to Mike, who ran into good space there. Mike to Matt. This is the NG machine going into overdrive, but it was off the post. And then Arshavin off the crossbar post. It was in that corner. NG would have put the game to bed with that goal. Marega with the ball across, but there's far too much on that. eWolves just aren't building any offense. They're doing all they can with the squad that they've got out. They don't have the players, really, in the squad at the moment to play tiki-taka. He dispossessed by Marega. Marega finds Benzema. Darkseid, thank you for the subscription with Prime. Thank you so much. All goes to helping the iOS as a game. Rod back to Hiei. Hiei with the ball, looking for Matt, but that's gone out for a throw-in. Scum finds Bullet. Only 5 minutes left in this game now. Time running out for eWolves to steal a point here. Loire is whooped by Arian. And they win the throw off that. Arian throws it long. Scum cuts it out. He's went for the long shot. And why not? Why not? You might have just caught Lux out. The throw in now with Benzema, but he's thrown that straight into Hiei. And they needed to just take a moment there. Rod with a good ball into Arshavin, and Arshavin is one-on-one. This to finish the game, and it is the finisher. NG 3-1 up, and that's game over. And that is the title for NG. GG. Big composure there from Arshavin, and to be honest, this is why he's probably, for me, the player of the season. Why they voted Arian player of the season, I don't know. Because this man shows time and time again that in the big games, he scores the clutch goals. He scored the 2-1. He's put the game to bed with that goal. Arshavin was definitely my pick. I picked Arshavin for player of the season. And he did come second, I suppose. Rod with a good ball as well there. Let's take nothing away from that ball. Salix, thank you for the subscription with Prime as well. They've been subscribed for 3 months. So that is... He's building up a little bit of a chain there. Arian back to Matt. Matt to Mike. Mike to Matt. Matt back out to Mike. Mike runs at Gio. Gio dispossessed. Mike still running. He goes to the byline, pulls it back. Chucky tidies up. Finds Loire, who turns Seabot. Loire is spiking a bit. He's lagging. Every lag, he was pushing Seabot back further. And then the through ball, can't find Benzema. And that'll be it. Full time. Your league winners with that result. NG winning comfortably in the end. 3-1. Yes, eWolves did keep the scoreline to 1-1 for quite a while, but to be honest, there was only going to be one winner in this game. The play was all NG. They kept trying. eWolves were just desperately trying to get anything forward that they could. But who knows? If Benzema was able to put that header in at 1-1, that was, I think, that could have been a game changer for eWolves. But NG, they just turned the style up when they needed it. And they are your league winners with a 3-1 victory here today. TT, it looks like they're going to have to settle. Well, they are going to have to settle for second place. I don't think anyone can catch them now. So for TT, yeah, it's second place for them because I think they're out the cup. eWolves, they've got NG in the final of the cup, I think. Am I right? I think I'm right. So eWolves, their season's not over. They've still got a big game to play in that final. And if they can get Godrock, Kime and Loire all in that lineup, their best players basically, then they've definitely got a chance because they kept it tight here today. They just give the ball away a bit too much. Zero Eugen is 4-3. Is that a full-time score? That seems like it was a good game as well. No, not full-time. Almost over. Well, yeah, Eugen probably done really well there in that game, looking at that scoreline. Yes. So, I mean, I will jump into commentators to see if anyone wants to have a chat about that game. I can't really talk long because I do have food on the way. So I don't want to be talking for too long in case I miss the doorbell. It is always food. You'd think I was like 20 stone, but I'm not. Actually, I think I'm like 11 stone. I've just got really lucky genes. But I think if I had unlucky genes, I think I would definitely be about 20 stone. Okay, Arian said he can come for NG, so I'll wait for Arian to drop in. Hello, Arian. Thank you for joining me. And congratulations first off, because that result, I'm pretty sure that seals season 5 for NG.
Not yet.
No?
No.
Am I jumped the gun?
You jumped the gun, absolutely. But it was a huge win, though, because he was one of the hardest opponents to play against. So to get the win here, I keep the 5-point lead. Yeah.
Okay, I thought, is there still 2 games left? Is that what it is?
No, 3.
3 games.
One of them is against Tempest. We play Tempest on Thursday.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean,
we'll see where.
Yeah, I suppose I have jumped the gun, but what I will say is, like you said, that was a big result today to win in terms of you had to win this game. And to be honest, you probably have to win the Tempest game as well. It's not, you don't really have to win it now, but if you win that, it's you've done what you've had to do, basically.
If we lose, we're still up 2 points, but I don't want to head into that game thinking that we just want to win on Thursday. So that's our focus right now. So Thursday, we really want to win.
Yeah, and of course, today, I mean, you scored that early goal, and, for me, I was like, oh, well, they're doing exactly what they needed to do here straight away. Big header at the start. And then, I don't know, I think, was it just a little bit of a surprise equaliser? It just seemed a bit like the defence wasn't totally prepared for that cross.
First 2 goals were kind of momentum, with 2 headers. I think we kind of did a poor job at ours, at least, because I think we fucked the offside line, and I guess Roll had a bad moment there. It was his debut, so I guess he had all the nervous, But that's okay. I mean, I think he got 2 assists, so he was still huge for us, and that's what we expect from him.
That's actually a good point actually, because I know Rod has been an NG player now for a little while, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'd never seen him play competitively, so that was his competitive debut.
Yep.
Well, there you go. I mean, he had a big, like you said, he had 2 assists today, and they ended up being key goals as well,
For sure.
because the 1-on-1 at the end there kills the game off basically, and of course the 2-1. Or did he assist? No, it was Hiei who assisted the first one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the first. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I know. Obviously the 2-1 was a big goal as well. So I mean, that's what you want to see from a debuting player, and that'll definitely give you some headaches now, I guess, in terms of selection.
Especially the fullbacks. Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's
well,
okay.
that's it. We know NG, they swap around their fullbacks quite a
Uh,
bit, and I know they're very important to the way NG play, and I think you can see that the work that NG have done with Rod there shows that he's definitely going in the right direction anyway.
Yep.
So you now look forward to. Sorry, I always do this. I either have one or the other open. I have the league table open, or I have the staff schedule open. But
I
yeah,
think I'll update it now,
but you
if I'm not mistaken. Let me check. Yeah, they all should be updated.
it's Tempest, is it next on the 21st?
Yeah, we played Tempest on Thursday. That's true.
Um,
Also, a really hard game. Man. We played them a week before, so
that's it, and
edged it out. So.
I think this season in particular, there's just been, it seems more often than normal. It just seems like every week there's been a really like competitive big game that has been exciting to watch, and I think that's probably the credit of the league this season, that we've got quite a lot of closely matched teams, and it does make for a better spectacle. And yeah, of course, if NG win that game, that is game over then, isn't it?
Yeah, but I will say this though, and I'm not lying. Unlike what people said like months ago, this season ain't easy for us, man. We had a lot of hard games. I mean, I understand everyone will look at that 6th and look at Tempest, but that had more to do with them just being really poor, and that wasn't just against us. I think they just had a really poor period. Now, as you can see, I think this half of the season, every game we played, either we lost 2-0 or we had to grind it out. I don't think we had a single dominating game yet.
Yeah.
And I don't expect to have that on Thursday either. Obviously, you hope so, that you do well, but
Yeah.
it's just the reality right now.
That's right. And can you imagine what this league would have been like if you were able to flip a magic coin, or wherever, and every single match, every team played their best lineup, and they played to the best of their ability. This would have been an incredible league, and I mean it still has been, but there has been, like you said, I think if Tempest were able to play like they expect to play against NG, then we're definitely going to get a contender for one of the games of the season. But so far it's been eWolves who've thrown up some of the
eWolves,
the big games.
I mean, if the season started in January, they probably would be top, or at least not
Yeah.
after today, but they will be. If there was a power ranking, they'll be number 1 right now. So,
and I think that shows a lot of credit to how being active and being dedicated to a play style like eWolves are. I think that shows how that can work for you, because every single time I play them in friendlies now, they just dominate like the mix. I know mixes are sometimes quite poor, but even with like quite a good overlap mix the other day, they just completely dominated the mix, and it was like they are definitely developing as a side. So
they're a really good collective, that's for sure. Maybe you look on paper, and I get on paper, maybe 10% us are better. Like, I can say that. But when it comes to like collective team play, like teamwork,
yeah.
I think they're probably ahead of everyone right now, even us.
And I think as well they would have liked to have been able to call on Godrock today, who's of course a big player for them.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and the thing about Godrock is he's adaptable to CM and centre back, and he's important to that spine. He really is. So I believe you play eWolves in the cup final. Am I right?
Yeah, we
So
played
that
this
will also be
preview of a
a
final.
one
So
that I definitely want to get my hands on as well. So
I'm going
we'll
for that.
see. We'll see for that one. But oh yeah, I won't go on too much longer. But I will always, like I always ask you, to see if you want to pick a man of the match for today's game.
Unlike the Tempest game, the Cup, this one was probably the easiest pick. It's Arshavin. It's not even any close
Yeah,
at all.
definitely. I think you could have either said Rod or Arshavin. I think would have been the two ones. I think Arshavin, he's very, very composed. You know, that might have looked like a mistake that when Keim let that goal in, and I did blame Keim for it at the time. But the more you think about it, the more you've still got to kill that shot round the player, and you've still got to get that shot in the corner, and that's not easy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Was,
I wouldn't have scored it. Put it that way.
it looked like an insane goal from the replay. Now I don't know how Keim's positioning was at that point, because mostly you don't expect a shot to go in like that from there, especially Keim in goal.
I think what put Keim off is he uses the Marega as a shield for the shot, so Keim couldn't see it until late. And I think he did leave a little bit of a gap, but when I do, like, now I've thought about it, like, afterwards, it's still a difficult shot to pull off from that distance, and he did. So that alone probably wins him man of the match.
Yeah, for sure.
And of course, he scored the big, the 2-1 goal as well. So that even more certifies it. But yeah, I think that's fair man of the match today. All right, well, thank you for coming in, Arian, and congratulations on a big win today.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Bye. So that was Arian for NG Tempest. Not Tempest, sorry. eWolves don't appear to have anyone in cooldown. I'll give it 1 min. But other than that, if nobody arrives, then we will call it a day. Because I am hungry. I know I say it all the time. It's just that these streams tend to be at like a funny time, especially a UK time, because it's always like food time. So, yeah. I think Marega is in cooldown. I don't think I've ever spoke to Marega, or maybe I have. So I'll drag Marega in for eWolves. Hello, Marega.
Hello.
Thank you for joining me, and doubly thank you because I know it's always difficult to come in after like a tough result like that. But I mean, it wasn't the worst of performances from eWolves, but I think in the end, were you too defensive in that second half?
Maybe it's always hard to pass against NG. They pressure really hard, so it's really hard to find a pass like when we are at the defense. And a couple of times I prefer to to hoof it up than trying to do another pass because Arshavin was always close to me, so
Yeah.
it was kind of tough to find someone to pass.
I mean, it's fair to say that NG are one of the most difficult sides to like get out of your own half against. The way they set themselves up, there's someone always, there's never, what's the best way to say this? There's never someone too far away from you. Like there's always somebody close to you. Like you said, Arshavin was always very close to you. And I think that was what the problem in the second half. You did get that early goal back, and that must have, when you got that goal back, it kind of came out the blue, didn't it? And I think that must have give you a little bit of hope that this game could have been a bit differently.
Yeah, when we withdrew, to be honest, I really thought we were going to get something else because I felt that we were nervous, but it was like the Tempest game. We were nervous, but they were like us. We could feel it. So I don't think we really tried to win in the second
Yeah.
half. We felt a bit more the difference. But yeah, Rod did a perfect pass to Arshavin. Did another one for Matt, I think, that came did a really good save.
Yeah.
But stuff.
Yeah.
We lost the ball. They took the chance and did it well.
I mean, the credit that Arian, well, I spoke to Arian in the interview before, and he did say, you know, he's really been, he's fought. NG have had a difficult game every single game, and he said, that's sort of a respect to eWolves and Tempest in the way that they've been able to make this difficult for them, and in fact, even get Zero. I shouldn't forget Zero and teams of the similar
Yeah.
ilk who have been able to make games difficult for NG. And I think today, did you miss a player like Godrock who really helps the way that eWolves their style of play basically?
Uh, to be honest, Chucky did really well when he sub JD.
Yeah,
JD lagged, so Chucky needed to get in. He did really well, but if we had like Rock or JD who are better attacking than Chucky, maybe it could be a bit more ambitious to try to get more attacks.
yeah.
But Chucky did really well, helped a lot in defense.
I mean
Uh,
that's a good point. eWolves probably didn't really have their strongest lineup out today, and they did have lag issues. Obviously JD was supposed to play, and
yeah,
he couldn't. He obviously had to go off, and Chucky plays centre mid where he's not really played a lot there.
yeah,
So I think if you look at it from that way, there's definitely it can't. It wasn't all that bad really for eWolves because who knows, maybe if they'd have had their best team out there today, it could have been a bit different.
yeah, maybe. We're just going to try to forget this and just move on because I think we got no really good chance on the league. I think the point difference is too high because before the Dreamfold and Ewolves had a completely different lineup. Maybe we improved a bit with me, JD, Bullet joining. Maybe we can try something else and give everything we have in the cup
Yeah,
final to try to win it
yeah.
and just move on.
That's it. Now you've got that cup final game to concentrate on, and in terms of the league, you're only really you
Yeah.
could still catch. I'm looking at the table now. You could potentially catch Zero in third place if Zero lost all their games. I don't know who Zero still have left to play. Let me look at the schedule. Zero play XL, so that's not
Oh
exactly an
yeah.
easy game for them. And then they play eWolves. So do you know what?
We actually can get third.
You can still get it. You've got a superior goal difference as well, only by one. Hold on, am I right about that? Oh no, sorry, ignore me. No, wait. No, they're only ahead by three goals.
Four. Yeah.
3 goals. So it's not impossible. Um, if you win your next one.
Maybe we're going game by game.
So
We'll try
yeah,
to.
but I think you're right. I think the cup final game is obviously the one that you'll be wanting to pay as much attention to because there's no reward for getting third place. If let's
Yeah.
be honest. So yeah, I understand that. Okay. I don't really think I can think of anything else to ask about the game, so I'll let you go. But thank you for coming in, Marega, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
So that was Marega, or Costinha, as some people know him. But thank you to the viewers who came in today to watch the game. It was another good one. We've had some really good games this season. I know I'm a broken record when I say that, but we really have had some good games. And there's plenty more to come, so keep tuning in, and I'll see you all on the next stream. Arrivederci.